In the Old Testament, there was an expectation of what a person was going to be like when they were fasting. And even in the gospel here, we have the Pharisees and John's apostles, who were John's disciples, who were known for their fasting, and people knew they were fasting. We heard on Ash Wednesday in our gospel reminding us that when we do fasting, others shouldn't know that we're fasting. It shouldn't bring out a somber look in our face. We shouldn't look gaunt, and we shouldn't be losing our temper. It should be bringing out the best in us. And that's what this first reading is reminding us. I think it's one of the challenges of Lent. In one sense, Lent is a very dark season. We're focusing on sin. We're focusing on suffering, our own brokenness, on the reality of what Jesus Christ has done for us through his death. And sometimes it can very easily get into the situation that we become so somber that it almost becomes a dark season for us as well. But what we're being reminded by these readings here is that really people should be seeing the best of us at this moment. That when we fast, it should bring out sanctity in us, a desire to help the poor, a desire to be joyful, to assist others, to pray more, to be more fervent in our faith, not to be dark and gloomy and say, oh, things are bad, or I'm not feeling so good, and so on. That's not what fasting's meant to do. But that was perhaps the way many people did fast. And even at the time of Jesus, that was what they were expecting Jesus' apostles to be doing. They would look at the apostles of Jesus and say, you guys aren't fasting. We don't see you being a bit grumpy. We don't see you whinging about the fact that you've only had one meal today. But they're not seeing this. And I think that's what Jesus wants from us. People shouldn't be seeing that we're fasting. Yes, we should be fasting. We're told over and over again in the Old and the New Testament, it's an important thing to fast and to pray. But it should bring out the best in us. This season is a time for all of us to commit to being saints right now, to living the life of the saint in our local community. Be inspired by people like St. Therese of Lisieux, who lived ordinary things and did them extraordinarily well. She responded in joy to those around her. She prayed in joy for those around her. She prayed for those in other parts of the world who were in difficulties, and she lifted people up by her joy and her Christian witness. During this season of Lent, yes, let us commit to being people of prayer and fasting. Let us live out the life of the saint. Let us recommit today to doing all we can to be saints within our community, in our world right now.